Alright, today I thought I'd take a little bit of time, just go over some of the basic stuff I've got around the shop here that supports my little fleet of Cinewhoops. So I mainly fly, 3.5-inch Cinewhoops and under. So the kind of parts in that I'll be showing here will mainly be aimed at the lower end of the spectrum when it comes to the size of quads. But in general, should be finding some useful information here. So let's get started. The first thing is a set of screws, both the M2 size and the M3 size. They come in kits, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 millimeters in length. They're very useful. Find out some of the sizes you'll probably use more than others. I also ended up buying a set of M3s. This was for the larger quads, take the M3 size that has the nuts also. So some of these kits don't have any nuts. But very useful kit. There will be links down below for these and other things that I'm showing on the list. The screw kits are anywhere from $6 to $10 a piece. The next thing I have here is a set of standoffs, both M2 and M3, that comes with screws, standoffs, and nuts. These are very useful, and they also run in the $10 range. Again, links below. One of the key things you're going to need is a good screwdriver set that has both the right heads for the screws as well as sockets for the nuts. I found this set here, this Oria set, to be really good, and then to complement it, just recently I bought an electric screwdriver that has some of the same bits here that really saves a lot of time. So consider getting one or the other and you'll be all set. The next thing, if you have any balance lead problems, like your props have knocked off one of your balance leads, you can buy one of these balance lead kits here. This has got both 2, 3, 4, 6, 8S, both male and females, that you can put together yourself. Pretty easy to do. Links down below. This set right here is about $11. Another useful kit is a kit of heat shrink that you use to support your batteries mainly, but there'll be other things you'll be doing. This comes in a variety of sizes, lengths, colors. $12. When it comes to connectors and cables, you can buy a set of these XC30 male and female sets pretty inexpensively. There's 8 sets here for $12 of those. They're already pre-wired. You just connect them up, mainly if you're using battery packs or you're making sets to support your chargers. You also might need some XT30 to XT60 adapters. You can buy those pretty cheap too, about $8 for 4. You can buy also loose connectors if you need to make up some particular adapters or cables. Links to all this stuff will be down below. You're also going to need some good fabric tape to hold your wires down to your arms. This is an excellent kind of tape for that. Link below. This is the primary stuff here I use for soldering. The main thing is this TS100 soldering iron. You can get this with it both works off of a battery, a LiPo battery, or you can get the AC adapter to it. This in the link below is a kit that comes with this. It comes with the AC charger, it comes with flux, it comes with some solder. That will get you all started. It's about $80 currently for that. You can optionally get something like this to keep the tips clean. You can buy, if you don't already have it, a spool of this solder. This will last you pretty much a lifetime. I recommend you getting a little bit of a magnifying glass, because trying to see some of the solder joints on these electronics is very difficult to do. Get yourself some regular solder paste, solder flux. I usually just dip the soldering iron in there, get that nice and cleaned up, dip it then into here, and good to go. Get a nice set of cutters like this, wire strippers. Just learn to wire strip manually with some practice. A small set of needle nose like this. This will not only hold onto the wires, it'll also, you can use this to grab onto nuts and that. If you ever do any conformal coating to keep your electronics from dying when you go into a puddle or dewy grass or in the rain, precipitation, these are the two kind you're going to find, the Kotking, and then you can buy a bottle of this MG Chemicals 422C. This is what I've been using now. It works really well, dries very, very quickly. The problem I had with this was when you buy it, you have to pretty much use it right away. This has been about a year old and it's totally solid in there, so it doesn't have much of a shelf life. So if you use it right away, it'll work just as good as this. If you ever need to hold down any of your antenna UFL connectors on your VTXs, this silicone sealant will cure and hold it down in place. This is what I recommend you use. You don't need much of it, but it's about the size you have to pay. It's not that expensive. It's about $10. If you have any kind of analog cameras, you're going to probably need to get one of these what they call keyboards, either the Runcam one or the CADX one. I got one of each. I'm not sure if they're... I always pretty much use the Runcam one for my cameras, but I got a link below for this one. I have not been finding a link below for this one for the CADX cameras, but they work really good, very handy. Check them out. You're going to be constantly needing to check the state of your batteries. This is kind of the most common quick checker for up to 6S batteries here. I had another smaller one here that I used initially, really nice and compact. I have not been able to find where to buy these now, so this is pretty much what you got to use nowadays. They're very useful. You'll definitely keep that around if you get one of these. They're only about $10. And last but not least is get yourself a good metric ruler. Just happen to have some British and metric measurements on just this little sticker. I've been using this for years. You can also find it useful to get one of these digital ones. I got a link below for one of these on Amazon. They're currently $12. They're both very good. And with that, happy flying.